Hi, today we're going to do a basic stage makeup. This would be an everyday, pretty much any kind of character. I use a cream foundation, and what you want to do, you want to make sure that this goes all over. You need to blend into your hairline. Make sure you get right around your nostrils. Also seems like a weird place, but if you don't get right around here, you will end up with weird lines. Now, something that I do that you don't have to do, but I like to do it because it means that I have an even palette, is I put foundation also on my lips. A spot that you might not think about doing, but you need to, are your ears. Your ears should have some foundation because they are naturally going to be your natural skin color. So if your foundation is not the same, which it shouldn't be quite the same as your skin color, then you're going to want to color into your ears. You don't have to get all into the nooks and crannies. That's not what I'm saying. But you do want to put foundation on your ears so that they are all the same color. You also want to blend down your neck so there isn't a weird foundation line right on your jawline. And you will want to blend about as low as wherever your costume is going to hit. Because if you don't, you're going to have an obvious makeup line between where you've stopped your makeup and where your costume begins. If you have long hair and you have your hair up, you may want to blend all the way into the back of your neck. Now that I'm done with my foundation, I want to powder. Powder is what sets the foundation and makes it so that I don't sweat it off, because stage lights are hot. Sweat is a thing that happens. So powder is your best friend for setting. And I literally just pat it on. And I don't worry too much about getting it absolutely everywhere because there will be more powdering later. This is just to set the foundation. Next up, I'm going to do my blush. A little tip about stage makeup. If you think it's too much, it probably isn't. Stage makeup is supposed to look almost clown-like in regular light. It needs to be a little darker, a little more intense, a little more out there because you are under bright stage lights and people are much farther away. And for that reason, I always feel like I'm putting way too much blush on, and then I look in the mirror at a distance and realize I'm not. In fact, more often than not, I have to go in and add more blush. Now, if you do end up getting cream blush in a place that you're not quite, you think like right here, it's a little high, just use the sponge that you use to put your foundation on. You don't even have to add foundation. Just use whatever is left over and pat it down, and look, it's pretty much gone. Now for the eyes. I have very, very blonde eyebrows. It may not seem like it on the camera, but when I get on stage, my eyebrows literally disappear. I use a dark brown eyebrow pencil, and it's gonna look a little silly, but again, you want your eyebrows to be as visible in the back row as it is in the front. And that sometimes means using a darker color than you would doing street makeup. You're not trying to match your eyebrow color. You are trying to make your eyebrows stand out. You'll notice my eyebrows aren't perfect. They're not exactly the same. They are not identical to each other. That's okay. Nobody's eyebrows are ever actually identical to each other. The best way I heard it described is they're supposed to be sisters, not twins. So, all right. So now that I've got my eyebrows done, I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow. For a basic eyeshadow, one that can pretty much go in any period and be any type of character, you want to stick to neutral colors. And when I say neutral, that means browns. So I have a set of 3 powders in 3 different shades. This is my main eyelid color. I have a darker brown for the crease, and then I have a sort of cream color for the highlight. And this allows me to get some definition into my eyes. Now that I've got a decent amount of my eyeshadow on, I'm going to take this, I have a crease brush that's slightly smaller. So what I put on my eyeshadow on, I just used a flat eyeshadow brush. And now I'm going to use this slightly fluffier but narrower crease eyeshadow brush. And then I just go right along my eye socket bone. And I'm going to take yet another small brush for what amounts to the highlight. And that I'm gonna do just under where my brows are. Okay, so now I have my eyeshadow on. I've got my eyebrows done. Next up, eyeliner and mascara. I personally choose to use black eyeliner. Make sure that it is relatively sharp. I sharpened mine just a few minutes ago. All right. You want to close your eye and just lightly go. It's scary the first time you do it. I'm the first to admit. But don't worry. So my eyeliner is on. Fabulous. For mascara, again, you're going to want a dark brown. I prefer black because I find that it shows up better and doesn't get funky under different colored lights. Whereas, dark browns can reflect different lights a little bit weirdly. You can also put mascara on the bottom of your eyelashes, on your bottom eyelashes here. In all honesty, it probably won't show too much from a distance. And that's okay. You'll see I oopsied a little bit. That's okay. That's what Q-tips are for. And see, it comes right off. Now is the perfect time to do another layer of powder to set everything. Now, for the most part, my face is set. Last but not least, our lips. You can do this, you can wear just regular lipstick, that is absolutely fine. Now, it's a little dark, so what I then do is I use my cream blush and I just tap that. Over the lip pencil. And it does two things. One, it lightens the lip color, so it looks more natural. It's not quite as dark. It's not quite as brown. It's a little pinker now. Foundation goes blended up through your hairline, over your ears, down your neck to where your costume is going to be. Or if you're super cautious like I am, a little below where your costume is going to be. If your hair is going to be up, blend around the back of your neck. If it is not going to be up, just blend it into about where your hairline is going to be. Then powder. Then you do your blush, remembering that your blush is going to look a whole lot darker than you would expect, but it's not going to look that dark when you get on stage. Then eyebrows, eyes, eyeliner, mascara, powder everything again, and then lips. And here's a little tip or trick that I was taught about how to tell how your face is going to look from the audience in approximation. Stand at least 10 feet away from a mirror. Then the reflection that you see will be the equivalent of 20 feet away, because you're looking 10 feet away, but the reflection that you see is 10 feet away, and it is bouncing back yet another 10 feet. So it is about the same as seeing somebody from 20 feet away. That is the way it was explained to me, and it has served me well with figuring out if my features are visible from a distance. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next time.